tell me about your, I mean, you can talk about neurofeedback in general, about the Z-scores, and like the difference between the Z-score and amplitude-based training like SMR, and how it comes to ISF, the development, where you see why ISF is necessary besides all the other approaches, because we do not want to say the other approach is not good. And
right, and they are good.
Yeah.
But I think that
okay,
well,
you can already start with that. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think that good. So I think that all roads lead to Rome, so to speak, in neurofeedback. I think that everything works, but I do think that there are some differences. So Z-score training, it tends to be the kind of neurofeedback that is a, if you will, it's a rear view window kind of experience. That is to say, you're driving down the road and you look up at your rear view mirror and you say, oh, I was back there and now I'm here. So it's not an immediate experience, whereas ISF has that immediate state shifting experience where you walk in the door to your trainer and you're in one place and you can be in a completely different place when you walk out the door. Most often in a much better place for you, much more regulation, greater alertness, greater calmness. So that's really the distinction. It is that state shifting that happens in ISF training.
Can you tell us something about the signal of ISF and why do you think it is so powerful, such a powerful approach?
Yeah, that's interesting. Research is pretty clear about this and has been for 50 years. Unfortunately, it's not well known in the field and hopefully will be shortly. But the infra-slow is really the determining frequency in cortex in the sense that it determines the excitability cycle of higher frequencies. And I think that's where the efficacy of the training really is. So when we work and find the optimum frequency, we're generally setting the pace, if you will. It's kind of the pacemaker of the brain, and we're setting it appropriately. Not too hot, not too cold, just right. So when the stimulus reaches the brain responds appropriately rather than either becoming overactivated or staying underactivated.
The ISF approach does do some the experience people have with ISF. What is your? Can you talk about some experience about the experience what you have as a therapist when you do the ISF with patients?
Yeah, I was very grateful to have participated in the development of ISF for myself as a clinician, but also for my patients. I think that I was really looking for something that could more quickly deal with autonomic dysregulation. And that's what this does. So I'm able to shift people relatively fast in terms of how we regulate physiology and how fast that does happen. In fact, sometimes so fast that clients are a little unsure of the new me, if you will. It's a little, and you have to work with them to have some acceptance around how fast they've moved. So.
What do you really think will ISF be very useful compared to what other approaches do? What would be very useful?
Well, rather than say, this is better than that, I think what it's really useful for is certainly mood disorders, high anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, and particularly autism spectrum disorder. This is something that we really have had just tremendous success with. The kind of movement that some of these children and adults with autism have had are truly remarkable. So I think that anything that is where there's autonomic dysregulation, it's really helped very much by ISF, probably better than many other neurofeedback interventions.
Is there something else you especially want to say besides of my questions?
No. I think that covers it.
Okay, that's good. Thank you very much.
Thanks.